the words. They were written by someone at the State Department, so they knew exactly what they were doing when they did.
Tucker
They
Carlson.
wanted a war with Russia, and now they have one.
United States
We're
and
not winning that war, by the
Kamala
way. The main
to
American
provoke
casualty so
that
far
war
has been
with
our economy,
Russia
which is dying.
by
So
saying
what
that
was the point
Ukraine's
of this
going to join
exercise?
NATO.
Maybe someday they will tell us. But we don't have time to think about it because now we
Look
have
at Joe
yet
Biden
another
like a clown.
potential war
Oh
to
my
contend
God.
with. And it comes
Scary.
in Asia. Just what we need. This week, with the blessing of the Biden administration, Nancy Pelosi decided to head to Taiwan. That's all but confirmed at this point. Government officials in Taipei have just been notified that Pelosi's arrival is imminent. She may be in the air right now. She's definitely coming, one source told the Wall Street Journal. The only variable is whether she spends the night.
Why are United States
so
doing
Nancy
this?
Pelosi goes to Taipei. What's the effect of that? Well, we don't need to guess. The Chinese government has said repeatedly and clearly that if Nancy Pelosi lands in Taiwan, it could trigger a global war. Watch.
A Chinese spokesperson said and Russia are going to gang up on us. United States.
For the visit over the weekend, conducting military drills.
Goddamn Joe Biden, Obama.
Pelosi insists on visiting
They're
Taiwan.
sellouts.
China will take resolute and
They're going to get us into a fucking war. We're going to get nuked.
Territorial integrity. Are they bluffing? It doesn't sound like it, actually. A representative of Chinese state media said this, quote, if U.S. fighter jets escort Pelosi's plane into Taiwan, it is an invasion. The Chinese army has the right to forcibly dispel Pelosi's plane and the U.S. fighter jets.
Why are we provoking all these damn wars?
Tactical movement of obstruction. If ineffective,
fuck Joe Biden.
Shoot them down.
Fuck Obama.
Oh, shoot them down. Okay. So the White House naturally was asked about this. We're suddenly on the brink of yet another global war.
That's okay. We can give him Nancy.
Because Nancy Pelosi
send fucking Nancy
by the White House
to the damn North Pole.
So what's the White House view of this? Listen.
An official who is associated with Chinese state media is suggesting that if Speaker Pelosi tries to go to Taiwan, her plane could be shot down. Does the president have a response to that?
You know, I've been asked about
what a clown! You're a bunch of clowns. Illegitimate. You're the illegitimate ones. You never got 81 million votes, okay? Where everybody know you cheated. That's why goddamn YouTube tried to, or they didn't try to, they shut me down because I said Trump won.
It doesn't seem like it.
Well, they don't censor the Democrats when they question the election.
Oh, we're helping them out. She's breaking ceilings. Okay, got it. Until something terrible goes wrong, which inevitably happens when you're running the biggest country in the world. That's a hypothetical, says Karine Jean-Pierre. Even though, of course, it's the opposite of a hypothetical. There's nothing hypothetical about it. China has repeatedly threatened to shoot down the plane carrying America's Speaker of the House, third in line from the
I hope they do it.
And yet no one seems to think this is a big deal. This is one of the
because we want to get rid of Nancy.
Presidency in American history.
Send her to China.
Provoking a hot war with China, which by itself would seem to be headline news. But why? It might make a kind of sense if Biden had been a China hawk over the course of his career, if he wasn't taking money from the Chinese government, which he has. But of course, he's the opposite of a China hawk. He is a toady to China.
Correct.
Since the day Biden was elected, he has helped the Chinese government in ways that no American president has ever even contemplated.
True.
A partial list. The administration helped cover up the origins of COVID, even after it became very clear that this global pandemic, which wrecked the American economy, was created by the Chinese military. But we can't mention that because it's racist. Then the White House shut down a counter-espionage program designed to stop Chinese spying, which is endemic in the United States. Then Biden dropped tariffs against Chinese goods. Then he refused to do anything to move critical manufacturing back to the United States. And at the same time, he's literally selling our strategic oil reserves to China in the middle of a domestic energy crisis. And by the way, handing our entire energy grid over to the government of China.
That is all true.
And then, to top it off, today, the Pentagon spokesman, John Kirby, who acts as the White House spokesman,
John Kirby's a sellout.
said this, quote, we do not support Taiwan independence. When was the last time a White House said that?
Yeah.
No, they don't say that. Now they are saying it. We don't think Taiwan's
They're provoking.
Okay.
They're provoking
So on
us.
every level, meaningfully on the policy levels that matter, Biden has been more pro-China than any president, and yet he seems to want a war with China now. This does not make any sense at all. In fact, it only makes sense if the Biden White House is intentionally trying to weaken and destroy the United States.
Okay.
There's no other logical explanation for what we're seeing now.
It is true. There is no
In fact,
logical
the
explanation.
template is very familiar. What's happening in China looks very much like what happened in Ukraine earlier this year.
Okay.
The administration sends the least capable possible emissary to a flashpoint in a faraway part of the world in
Kamala
order to
Harris.
provoke a violent response.
Right, to
Then it
provoke
was Kamala Harris,
Russia
an international joke. The last person you would send
attack.
to negotiate any kind of peaceful
Kamala?
settlement to the conflict
negotiate
between
in a dog
Russia and
pound.
Ukraine. But they sent her anyway. She exacerbated it, and they got what they wanted, which was an invasion of Ukraine and a war with Russia, which is what they wanted. Now they're sending Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
And not to be mean, but like Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi is senile. Don't believe it? You probably don't see her speak very often. We're going to treat you. Here's Nancy Pelosi's explanation for why she is going to Taiwan.
The president earlier in his term, talked about a strong emphasis on the Asian Pacific. He has visited there as vice president.
Lord, this witch, this cannot happen.
And we want the
Runs our
Congress of the
country.
United States to be part of that initiative. Of course, as a West Coast
Oh my God,
person,
this cannot
we see
happen.
the Pacific as that's their home. We're part of that as well. That is not to diminish the
Well, at least she got her
importance
damn
of
blow dry.
Transatlantic relationship.
Right, when she
as
shuts
well.
everybody else
But,
down in their house.
I'm very excited. Should we go?
Yeah, go eat your
to
damn
the
ice
country
cream,
that
bitch.
you'll be hearing about on
Biatch.
She's excited.
Look at that picture.
We're going to meet in June later.
Look at this.
See the picture.
Oh my God, I got it.
She's very much that.
Oh, snap that.
It's always been on her bucket list. So many nights she stared
So
across San
funny.
Francisco Bay and wondered what it's like over there in Taipei.
Bucket
So for
list.
Nancy Pelosi, she just told
Going
you this
to
isn't
Taiwan.
country.
Don't
Next, she's
you
going
go
Disneyland.
to
This is
Taiwan.
Taipei.
We'll fucking kick you out.
This is lunacy.
It
Nancy
is.
Pelosi clearly
Do not
is
let them
something
land.
no understanding of what
Taipei,
she's
do not
doing
let
or what might
Nancy
happen
Pelosi
if she does
land.
it. No one wants to say it out loud, but the truth is
Yeah.
she can't know. Because like Kamala Harris, she has never even been in a bar fight. She has no understanding of violence or its consequences. And there are consequences, including the potential deaths of millions of people.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
us.
exactly the wrong time, the craziest possible time.
They're going to
send an
invoke a
82-year-old
war on
narcissist
us
to
from
Taiwan.
China and
The US
Russia.
has never been less ready for war, particularly for war with China. And the Biden
Thoroughly
administration has done
modern
everything
military.
it can to make certain that we are not ready for a war with China, or even with the Taliban.
Okay. Yeah,
Biden has, since the day he took office,
yes.
politicized
Right.
and weakened the United States military
Totally.
systematically to the point we are not going to
We're
win a war
dismantled.
against China. Sorry, that's true.
And I
Out there
agree.
telling Congress that soldiers need to learn about
Oh,
white
look at
race,
this.
because otherwise they'll be unprepared
Oh my
for
God.
combat.
Traitor. General Milley is a traitor.
Right. Firing Navy SEALs because they won't get the
I
vaccine.
could say that because that's my freedom of speech. Because they call us names, right? And then she shut us down. But they're not touched. They're talking about the freaking libs. Goddamn libtards, I hate you all.
Centuries of military traditions. Let's have
You
drag
ruined
queens
my
and
life.
So no one, which they are not
Millie,
doing,
you
no one
are
should be surprised that people don't really
a
want to join
libtard.
the military like that. A
No.
woke military. It's a joke. And the recruitment numbers show it.
Yeah.
This is a crisis.
Yeah, they forced the
US
damn
military is now signing
death
up
jabs on
mentally
you.
deficient troops. That's not hyperbole. The
And then
Army
they
used to
send you
ban
out to
recruits with history of
places
mental health problems, including
just so they can
self-mutilation.
enrich
Of
their
course you would.
pockets.
You're not going to hand people guns if they have a history of mental instability. But now DOD is issuing waivers for those recruits because they need them, as well as for recruits with aptitude issues. In other words, with an IQ so
Lord.
low, it will be very difficult to navigate modern war, as well as records of drug use.
Oh my
But all
goodness,
of this,
that's
lowering the standards
awful.
to these
Oh my
points
God.
are still not
Decimating
enough
of our
to make recruitment
military.
goals. The Army just told Congress
This
it has
is
to reduce
Obama
its total force
2.0.
strength by 10,000 next year. By 2023, we'll
Damn
be
globalist
21,000
World
troops
Economic
short.
Forum want
The Army
to
has just met half of its recruiting goal so far. this
eliminate
fiscal year,
United
with only
States.
2 months left. Why? 2 months left. They're halfway there. Because the military under Joe Biden, and no one wants to say this because it's so depressing, the last great meritocracy in the West is no longer a meritocracy. It's totally politicized.
No
Firing
meritocracy.
soldiers who didn't take the shot.
Right.
More than 60,000 National Guard and Reserve soldiers just lost pay and benefits because they wouldn't take the shot in the face of evidence that the shot actually doesn't work and can hurt you.
Well, they're going to kill them anyways with the shots.
To comprise the overwhelming majority of our troops. Then the military once again telling white men that they're privileged and inherently evil.
Ooh,
Major General Ed Thomas, the Air Force recruitment director, published an op-ed called, we're not making this up, 86% of Air Force pilots are white men. Here's why this needs to change. Really?
Boo!
The thousands
Who's
of
this
Air
Ed
Force
Thomas?
pilots who died in the service of their country happen to be white men. Their families are now being informed.
All right, I got a little glare.
They shouldn't have been flying anyway.
Wow.
Race.
Boo!
So what does the Air Force want to become? Well, at the end of July, the Air Force hosts a diversity festival at Langland. Featuring a performer called Harvey Daniels. Of course, kids are welcome.
Have a military. We're gonna get our ass kicked.
Keep them occupied between all the drag shows.
Shit.
Meanwhile,
we're gonna get our ass kicked.
Here's a video that PLA just put
by
out.
Russia and China. China. And we don't even have fucking bunkers. You know what I'm saying? These people train and they have rehearsals. When I say rehearsals, like bunkers. Alright, this is the, whatever you call the China military deployment. Well, they train them like they're machines, that's why. Bunch of commies. They could invade us.
Did you notice the difference?
They could invade us.
Admirals in that video. By the way, all this is publicly available.
No chance.
Next time you hear members of Congress, particularly Republican members of Congress, we can think of quite a few of them, starting with Liz Cheney, lecturing you about our military. We support our military.
Trends.
We're signing off on a brand new military budget. They've done nothing about this. The degradation of the U.S. military, politicized.
Yeah, how can we fight? We're a bunch of wimps and sissies.
With no oversight from the Congress.
All right, I'm disgusted.